6 o'clock, an I-team investigation into a quality of life crime plaguing our neighborhoods.
Catalytic converter thefts are soaring, and new laws now make it harder to sell them once they're stolen.
Where are these expensive parts going once they're ripped right off your vehicle, and who's actually buying them?
Channel 3 Chief Investigative Reporter Matthew Campbell is getting us those answers tonight.
Well, Mark and Aaron, we already know that stealing catalytic converters, it takes just minutes and can put hundreds of dollars in a thief's pocket.
Now it's become very much a mainstream revenue source for criminals.
So we want to know where these thieves go and who's lining their pockets. So we went to local scrapyards to learn more about the buying and selling process and really find out where these parts go after they're stolen. Our first goal was getting a suspicious number of catalytic converters to sell. South Windsor Police Sergeant Mark Cleverton says it won't take many.
I would say anything more than one, there should be some more questions raised.
We went to local mechanics asking if we could borrow their converters for this report, and we got 3. Like South Windsor Sergeant said, this amount should draw a red flag. Our first stop was Hartford Metal Solutions. We drove up in our unmarked van and parked over a scale that weighed our van. We told the attendant we had catalytic converters to sell, and we were immediately denied. You don't buy them. Why? The attendant directed us to the scrapyard owner, Greg Chomko.
It's not worth my time. Somebody comes in with catalytic converters, the police call, ask me if I buy them, I say yes. And next thing I know, I'm spending 4 or 5 hours of my day with the police going through my records.
Chomko says most local scrapyards aren't taking them. We tried another scrapyard in South Windsor and were rejected there too.
If you're not taking them, who is?
My guess would be probably small repair shops.
Thefts are rampant and thieves are still getting money somewhere.
There's obviously a market for those materials.
Eric Cook is the owner of a garage, and he also runs the very popular Eric the Car Guy YouTube channel. He tries to help us trace the pipeline of money that starts with this simple car part.
To me, it seems like organized crimes or perhaps other countries that are involved with this as well. So the catalytic converters don't necessarily have to be sold here. They could be put on a ship and sold someplace else.
Meanwhile, back home on July 1st, Connecticut will get even tougher on the record-keeping part of this precious car part. Anyone buying a converter will need to document the seller's driver's license, the license plate of the car that was used to transport the converter, along with a photo or video of the seller and their license. Sellers will only be able to sell 1 converter a day and will only get paid by check mailed to their home address. Buyers will have to submit all this info to Connecticut State Police once a week. Sergeant Cleverton says the law is well-intentioned, and while it may curb the sales of converters here, he doesn't expect the thefts to stop in our neighborhoods.
It's going to be problematic if someone can drive an hour, 30 minutes away from out of Connecticut to still sell these, no questions asked, but what's going to stop them from continuing to take them off cars?
So the thefts are still a problem, and the thieves are still on the prowl looking to make money. Hartford Metal Solutions say they get 4 to 5 calls a day from people asking if they buy catalytic converters. We're here in Hartford. Matthew Campbell, Channel 3 News.